Longest Saintsworn PVE.
Wake up to reality.
Holy! I'll take it. That's what happens with the... There goes the chains again. Nice. I like it. Yo, what's good, y'all? So today, bro, we are gonna be talking about Saintsworn PVE build, bro. This is my best PVE build in the entire game. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, this build is absolutely broken. Like, bro, guys, I'm not your average deep tube, bro. I'm not about to just overhype a random build, just be like, oh my god, this build's the best thing in the game. No, this build is literally absolutely broken. Like, I'm not even trolling, bro. This build has galebreathe. I would say it's probably the best attunement for PvE. I don't know if you guys would agree, but Gale's probably the best attunement for PvE. Almost like 90% sure that everybody agrees with that. And then you have Frostjaw, which is probably the second best attunement for PvE in the entire game. Combine them together, you have a masterpiece, right? You have Frost for stacking mantras and all that, and then you have Gale for insane damage. I've literally the best PvE mantras in the entire game, arguably. These are the best PvE mantras. You have Tornado, Astrowind, Ice Cubes. Literally, these are the best PvE mantras. And then on top of all of that, with Saintsworn, you get you see you have 60 Frostjaw, 60 Gale. This talent right here, where's it at? This talent makes it so my mantras are all level 5. They're level 4 right now, but they get boosted up to level 5 because I have Saintsworn with this build, right? This also applies extra damage to all my attunements depending on my highest elemental. 62 Gale, this is my highest elemental, so 25% of your highest elementals is applied to other elemental damage. So you already know what that's going to do. Extra damage, I'll take it, right? And then this is just like, this doesn't really work a lot, but you could do this for Diluvian and a bunch of stuff. As I'm going to say, this build could solo Diluvian, solo Hell mode. What else can it do? One cycle Chaser. What else can it do? I wouldn't say one cycle Etheron, but it could 2 cycle guaranteed. This build's not really that good for Etheron, I'll be honest. Like, the build could literally do anything you want, except for, like, yeah. And it's really fast. It's actually good for speedrunning. But this just makes it so every time you use your crit, it's going to rotate. So once you do a full rotation of your crits, it's going to make you do 15% elemental scaling, and mantra modifiers are increased by 10%. And then on top of all this damage stacked up, you have reinforced for 3% extra damage. You have Heretic Sutra, and that's gonna get your loser mind procced, and that's gonna get your piercing will procced. Where's it at? Piercing will, right? Then you get flame within 10%, and then you get Ardor Scream 25% more damage. And then yeah, that's all. On top of all that, you could also inhale your monsters for more damage. It's just really, really good. This build's really, really, really good, man. Like, man, this build it might be nerfed. I'm gonna be honest. Like, they might nerf Saintsworn. Saintsworn's good for PvP and PvP. The Oath literally gives you 2 combat mantras, 2 support mantras, and a wildcard mantra. So it gives you the most mantra slots in the entire game. Man, this build's just really broken, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I would recommend crafting the Centaurian Tie Knight, because this build could solo away 50 guaranteed. It's really prioritized for Diluvian and Hell mode, but it could do anything. It can do Chaser 1 cycle, Etheron 2 cycle, so there and so forth. But yeah, I just have deeped over because I was doing Enmity last night. But yeah, that's the build, y'all. Enjoy the build, man. This build's really good. I really didn't want to make a video on it. I really want to gatekeep, but hey, man, I gotta expose it. I want y'all to make the build, and peace out, y'all. Enjoy. Alright, guys, well, it's time to ungatekeep the build, man. It's time. because I've been gatekeeping this build. People were always like, yo bro, what's the build? What's the build, bro? Yo, what's the stat order? What's the build link? Yo, I haven't told them nothing. I'm like, yo, I'm gatekeeping, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the build is, but here's the build. Builder link is on the right side of the screen. There's the builder link, and then stat order is on the left side, right? Because the deepwoken builder doesn't have the stat order, obviously. But I'm also going to have the builder in the description, guys. And I'm not going to hide it behind a Discord server because that's what everyone does. I'm just going to put the builder in the description because some of you delinquents can't look on the screen and see the builder, and that really gets me mad. I'm going to fake y'all rage ban or something. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to use the build because I'm not going to lie, it took me like a day and a half to learn how to use Gale in PvE because I never used Gale PvE because I always thought, oh, Gale PvE is horrible. But it's actually really good. So boys and girls, listen. Well, boys, because honestly, do girls even play deep? Let's be honest. Like, I've literally been in VC with one, but yeah, there's a really important tech you guys need to know about this build. There's a thing you could do which is called an uppercut. Some of you need to be doing that because I don't see people uppercutting in PvE. You could do an uppercut into tornado, guys, and this is what it does. Basically, when you uppercut into a tornado, it keeps your air time. So if you uppercut into a multi-hit, it's going to keep your air time. So it's so good with fighting the bounders on wave 25. And in general, bro, when I'll give you an example. I was boosting my friend in wave 50, right? Well, this gameplay is me boosting someone else, right? I did like 2 wave 50s before I boosted him because he was like, yo, bro, help me with wave 50, bro, please, please. And I was like, you know, I got you, bro, because he wanted to sub-turn Titan. So then I taught him this tech too. Uppercut and use mantras because it's going to be hard for the mobs to hit you when you're in the air, keeping that air time with multi-hit mantras. So yeah, that's the number one thing I give to people. Another thing is, you guys need to be having blue gems and insignia gems and blessed gems on your mantras. I see too much people just using bloodless gems on their mantras, like it's reducing your damage. You guys can't be using bloodless gems, bro. You want to have bloodless gem out like 1 mantra max, 2 mantra max, like literally. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend you at least have 1 bloodless just for clutch plays and all that. But yeah, uppercut tech, you guys need to be doing that. Second thing, bell. Bell is very important on this build because I got the 3 best bells for this build in 1 roll. I got Payback, Crazy Slots, and Sacred Field. Perfect bells for this build. But I ended up with Payback and I corrupted it. Let me tell you why. Crazy Slots would be really, really, really good with this build just because the Saintsworn sword isn't really that good. I'm not gonna lie, for PvE. It's not. Like, it does 30 damage. Come on. If I had a Crazy Slots weapon, though, I could enchant it and it'll probably do more than the Saintsworn blade. Even with 0 heavy. Well, 1 heavy, obviously, so I could get the heavy weapons from Crazy Slots. But, yeah, it would be better. But, like, at the end of the day, if you want to, you can turn this build into a chaser killing build or an Etheron killing build. If you want to do that, you go Crazy Slots. If you want it for my purpose, which is Diluvian and Hell mode, you want to go Corrupted Payback 100%, all your Diluvian and Hell mode builds, or you want to go Sacred Field. I actually got Corrupted Sacred Field, but I didn't get it because I already have Corrupted Sacred Field on my other PvE, and I kind of was getting bored of it. So yeah, you could really get Corrupted Sacred. You could get any build you want, but there's levels to this. If you want to do speed runs for Chaser or any Etheron, if you want it to be better for bosses, get Crazy Slots. If you want it for Diluvian Hell mode and multi-hit things, get Payback or Sacred. Or Run It Back even. Run It Back is really underrated for PvE. Like, it's literally just free damage for taking no damage, if that makes sense. Right. Also, another thing, bro, you need 6 air addition on this build. Like, for this build, I wiped it like 9 times progging. You need 6 air addition, bro. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, mages, you need 6 air addition. I tried to go 6 vitality, 6 song chant. It didn't work. I was not able to spam mantras even with blue gems on all bunch of my mantras. I was still not able to, like, efficiently use my mantras. So you definitely want to go 6 air edition, 6 song chat. Obviously, you go 6 song chat because why are you not going 6 song chat? Are you dumb? But yeah, you go 6 song chat, go 6 song chat. Okay. Another thing I want to say about this build is, I already stated, this build's capable of doing anything you want. Like, Diluvian, solo Diluvian Life 50, solo hell mode. You guys can't really solo hell mode because you don't have the private server, but you know, friends can ring it, you can boost your friends or whatever. Solo hell mode, 1 cycle chaser, 2 cycle at the run. I'm not gonna say one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This build can't 1 cycle at the run. I'll be honest. I will say though, if you do get crazy slots, as I said, you can turn this build into a boss killing build, so you can definitely 1 cycle at the run. Maybe even not even 1 cycle. Maybe just hit his arms and use a bunch of monsters on that. You probably can, but with corrupted payback, it does really help with like at the run and stuff like that. Because like it's kind of hard to hit your Warden's Blade. It's kind of hard to hit your Friends and Servants. So it's 2 cycles for Ectheron with my current version of this build. But Chaser, 1 cycle grip. On it, hold on. Let me tell you guys something. This build could actually probably 1 cycle grip, even without crazy slots. Obviously, with crazy slots on this build, and probably like Detonation or Grim. I keep saying crazy slots, but you guys need to be using Detonation or Grim. Really, like probably Grim. You want to proc your Grim with your Detonation and then use all your mantras. And you probably 1 cycle Chaser. This build, well, 1 cycle grip Chaser, but this build's not able to 1 cycle grip. Really, it could 1 cycle. 1 cycle grip might be kind of hard on this build. Like even with all the buffs I have, Ishin's Ring, all that, like it's probably hard to do. You guys can probably, like if you guys really have the time, you guys probably can 1 cycle grip. Like I was doing this for a while. I couldn't really 1 cycle grip because I don't use Gale and PVE like that. This is my first time using it, so I don't really know how to cycle mantras like that. So you guys probably can 1 cycle grip. It's capable of doing that, but definitely, if you want a guaranteed 1 cycle grip, use crazy slots. Alright. Another thing I want to add, if you guys have any questions about the build, I have a Discord server. DM me, at me in the Discord server. I respond to all my messages. If you guys have any improved versions of the build, DM me, comment it, anything. Just run Discord server, whatever. Right, man, but this build really was good to use. I really want to gatekeep it because the amount of loot I got from using this build's absolutely diabolical. Like I got so much good loot, bro. I have like 10 Moon's Eyes, 10 Sinner's Ashes, like so much stuff. I even did a Voice of Enmity with this build. I would strongly not advise doing that, but I did do an enmity on this build. Cause yo, the build isn't a glass cannon at all. It's tanky and does damage. The build is tanky and does damage, bro. The build is kind of tanky. I was like, how much HP I have? Like 460, 470. The build is tanky, my guy. For PVE, even with the amount of DVM I have, the build's kind of tanky. I do only have like 35% DVM. I could get that to like 50 if I wanted to. If I really want to, I could get 50 DVM on this build, but honestly, guys, I'm not really trying to farm. I got videos today. I got shit to do, man. Like, I got school, but I'm not trying to farm brain rot for some DVM gear. My bank slot is full of HP gear, though. So, yeah, I couldn't really find that much DVM gear. I just asked a bunch of people. If you guys have DVM gear, slide. Nah, actually slide, though. But as I said, I'll go back into the build showcase. That was a couple tips. I'll put my talents on the screen right here. Scroll through my talents. These are all my talents. They're in the builder though, but if you really want to see, these are all my talents. And then I'm gonna show I don't know what it's called, the builder and the deepwoken. I don't know. You guys will see on the screen right now what I'm showing. Talents, all that, and the builder thing. Also, I'm gonna take a second to scroll through all my mantras and everything I need to do, like mantras, all that. So I'll probably do that in a second. Put a picture, like a video of me scrolling through my mantras, scrolling through my gems. You should probably be copying my gems. You very should be copying my gems. You very much should be copying my gems. That's just, I would strongly advise that in general, okay? But yeah, I mean, that's really the build. Yeah, man, the build's crazy. That's all I gotta say. I got like the best PvE mantras in the game, man. The build's just absolutely insane. But yeah, guys, If you guys let me any feedback. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the skipper gripper thing in the start of the video. This build's better than skipper grippers. I didn't copy his build. I did take inspiration. I actually made this build. This build took 40 minutes to make. I was trying to make this build in a VC with like 4 people. We were cooking up this build for like 40 minutes. Then Skipper wants to drop his video 10 minutes later after I make the build. But yeah, that's just what I want to say. And then that's the end of the video, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Enjoy the build and have a great rest of your day, y'all. Peace.